What's good, y'all, man? Happy Sunday. Gonna do a quick reaction. It was a night game, so didn't get home until late, but just want to talk about this game a little bit. 35-12, Georgia Tech wins. Some of my key takeaways. I got an article coming out here pretty soon, and y'all stay tuned. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, I have obviously all the press conferences from last night. Coach Key, Haynes King, Jamal Haynes, Kyle Eifert, Clayton Powell Lee, Zeke Biggers, and everybody that was there at the press conference. I'll have that up. All right, so first reaction, man. A pretty good win, I thought, overall. I thought the defense played really well, man. When you look and break it down, they did some key things. Now, I do want to point out one thing. All right, so I know most of y'all are going to point out the yards when you look at this. 150, 210 passing and blah, but that was not a good defensive game. But look at this key stat right here, only 12 points. So Georgia State in this game was 3 of 12 on third down. So that's key. Your defense is getting stops on third down, only converting at a 25% rate. And then number two was the red zone. Georgia State was only 1 to 3 from the red zone in this game, so they did an outstanding job. One key play in this game came early in the game. They marched right down the field. So fourth and goal, they hand it to the running back. Georgia Tech, gets the stop. You know, that's pivotal. And didn't allow really Georgia State to have that momentum or put them kind of on upset or watch. They really kept it the whole game, and they only held them to 3 points in the first half. You know, then the offense started to get going on that final drive. Haynes King rushes it in on that fourth and goal. They go up 14-3, and then they unleash their momentum. After that, they score 14 unanswered. One, a great reverse, obviously, to Eric Singleton Jr., and the other, a deep pass to Malik Rutherford. But I thought the defense in this game was really good. This defense looks much improved under under defensive coordinator Tyler Santucci. They've been doing their thing so far, and they've looked good. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Kyle Eifert for his game and what he was able to do today. 13, like I said, tackles. He's been all over the field. Looked like the game has kind of slowed down for him a little bit. He's been impressive so far. And then Clayton Powell Lee, I'm going to write about him, obviously, in my key takeaways. 7 tackles in this one, which is all over the field, man. And you can tell for the most part, like I said, I know there were some plays, that was given up. But this defense looks a lot, like I said, a lot improved. The secondary looks really good. They know the assignments. There's not a lot of busted coverages. If they are getting beat, it's like one-on-one. But they're doing a really good job, I think, overall, defensively. All right, now, off the side things, man, and I think one of the things they want to continue to do for the Yellow Jackets is be balanced. When we look at this, 24-29, 275 yards, another really good game from Haynes King. Let's talk about the interception. They was up 28-6, so it wasn't like a momentum-killing interception. They were fine. And then in the rushing attack, 225 yards, 3 touchdowns, 84 yards from Jamal Haynes. Anthony Carey, the true freshman, got in. 4 carries, 41 yards, and obviously that reverse we talked about earlier with Eric Singleton Jr. But overall, good game, man. They stay balanced, right? 275 through the air, 225 on the ground. This is something that this team wants to do. They want to run the ball efficiently, and they want to pass the ball. And King has been really efficient. Like I said, 24-29, man. So a really good game for him overall, besides the interception. But team looks good, man. Overall, there's some things they can clean up 100%. What team can't clean some things up? But overall, when you look at the core of the team, how explosive they are offensively, how the defense can play complementary football, you have to be impressed. So, yeah, man, those are some of my key takeaways. I want to shout out Malik Rutherford, 7 catches, 131 yards, and 1 touchdown. Also in that broken coverage play that he caught. Just looked really good. Same thing with Eric Singleton Jr., 4 catches, 43 yards. I know the numbers are not gaudy, but he did what he was supposed to do in this one. And they just look like a good unit. They passed the ball around. Look, 7 catches for Rutherford, 4 for Singleton, 3 for Chase Lane, 4 for Boyd. Like, they're passing the ball around to everybody. And some of the young guys got some playing time also on Saturday night, man. So I think they do a good job. And like Haynes King alluded to in his press conference, it's only one ball. And when that's the case, you got to spread it. And I think this team is really unselfish. That's another thing I wanted to point out. Really unselfish. They play for each other. And you can tell, And when we look at everything, I know people are going to be like, oh, well, they didn't pull away into the second half. Hey, man, go look at that Georgia-Clemson game. Georgia didn't pull away into the second half and really throttle the defense. So also shout out to, obviously, the offensive coordinator, Buster Faulkner, and obviously the head coach for the second half adjustments, because it was 14-3, and then they unleashed it on Georgia State, scoring 14 unanswered. So that's key, man. Adjustments have been pretty crucial, so far in the first 2 games, and it's really stood out. So those are my key takeaways. That's what kind of stood out to me. Georgia State moves to 2-0 for the first time since 2016 and defeat Georgia State in their first ever matchup between these two Atlanta schools that are only 2 miles from each other. So overall, a great game, a great win for Georgia Tech. For Georgia State, like I said, Just being able to convert those opportunities. First game under head coach Dale McGee, so it's going to take time to build the program to to where you want to be. They competed in the first half for the most part. Just couldn't convert in those red zone opportunities overall. But definitely some things he can take away from this game and continue to improve and what they want to do in the Sun Belt. And potentially be a team to beat. It might not be this year, might be a couple years down the line, but I think they'll get better and better, man. But that's my thoughts, man. Yellow Jackets come out on top 2-0. That's my reaction.